Prospecting can be hard. Prospecting, and we all talk about a routine, we talk about doing the same thing regularly and all those things, but I want to talk right now about scoring your prospects. Now, scoring your prospects is absolutely critical because it's going to help you in managing your time. And I'm going to walk you through 8 things that you can do, that you need to do to score your prospects. When I mean score your prospect, they're A, B, and C. A are prospects that you're going to spend a diligent amount of time with over a long period of time, much longer than you would the C's, because they're small opportunities. You're going to stay in the groove for a while, but if you run short on time, they're the ones you don't touch. But the A ones you never do, and the B ones are in the middle. So let's go through 8 questions to determine whether or not they're an A, B, or C. 1, do they fit your ICP? If they don't fit your ICP, I don't care if they're an A, B, or C. They shouldn't be in there. Your ideal customer profile, period. Number 2, can you help them? Right. In other words, they may be somebody that fits your ICP, but you can't help them. I'm going to really have to question whether or not they're in my pipeline. Now, maybe they would be in my pipeline because I can help them a year from now or 6 months from now. I'll get into that in just a bit. So now let's get into the real questions, the meat of the questions. Number 3, what's the lifetime value of the customer? I want to look at each opportunity I have, each prospect, and say, what's the lifetime value? Is this a one-time sale, or is this a sale that's going to wind up resulting in X, Y, Z, and it's just going to keep going? I want to look at this. Is this a customer that the sale is so significant, they're so big, they're so influential, that the lifetime value is absolutely huge? If it is, guess what? I'm going to put them into an A. I'm going to put them into an A. If they're not, maybe a C. But let's keep going through the questions. Next one is sales cycle. What's the sales cycle? Now, the sales cycle is going to vary based on the type of customer you're dealing with. If you have a customer who maybe is a small opportunity and they have a long sales process, I'm not even going to worry about them at all. They may even have some lifetime value. They may even have that, some potential, but their sales cycle is so difficult because of bidding process and quoting and budgets and procurement and so forth. Guess what? I'm just not going to dance with them. Or if I do dance with them, I'm going to put them in the C category. So if they come to fruition, they come to fruition. If they don't, they don't. Next one, I'm looking at downstream revenue. This prospect I'm calling on, can they create downstream revenue? I should almost add in there upstream revenue too. What do I mean by this? Downstream revenue is because if I get to work with this customer, they're in turn going to help me get involved with their customers, and I'm going to be able to serve their customers. Upstream, I may be able to help their suppliers. I'm looking at what is the downstream revenue potential for this opportunity. Now, I may not know this initially. See, so I may be starting off dealing with a prospect that I'm not scoring at A, B, or C, but I'm working to find out on this. Next one, positioning in your industry. Is this a high-profile company in your industry that, wow, if you captured that logo, that would really be working with a company and they're trying to get into an industry and they're targeting a high-profile company in the industry. And we've labeled it an A. We've labeled it an A for very intentional reasons because we know if we get that, others will follow suit in the industry. Positioning in your industry. Now, positioning in your industry may also be individuals. They may be led by a CEO, or they may be led by somebody, or there may be somebody else in the organization who you know what? It's interesting. I want to be working with this company because that person has a tremendous amount of influence in the industry. That person is going to wind up going to work for somebody else or leading somebody else, and they're going to take me with them. Great. Number 7, what's the referral potential? In other words, how much other business could this customer get me? Referral potential, meaning it may be other divisions within their company or other companies that they own, but it may be others in the industry. Because referral potential is because they're kind of a big wheel in their industry association. It's not like they're a flagship, but they just have a lot of connections. Okay, can they get me listen for that. Number 8, learning potential. Is this a customer that if we were to land, we would learn a tremendous amount. I have done this a number of times over the years in my own business because this company that I want to do business with them, they're going to be able to help me learn and help me be better. And I see this in industries. I work with companies all the time. They go, well, we want to develop this technology more. Here's a company that's working with the technology, and if we get them as a customer, ooh, wow, that's going to help us develop. Bingo. So what I've done here is I've shared with you 8 questions, which is going to help you begin to determine an A, a B, or a C. Now, are there magic thresholds? No. But I believe that there's at max, maybe 10% of your prospects are A's. And there's probably 40 or 50% that are B's and 40 or 50% that are C's. There's only 10% that are A's because my whole objective is I want to focus on fewer customers and be able to spend more time. So those are my A's. I'm dialed in there. My B's, I'm still catching regularly. They're in my sequence. They're in my cadence. I'm touch base. The C's, if I run out of time, I run out of time. It also is the length of time. The C's, I may stay engaged with them for 2 or 3 months, trying to get them. And if I'm not having success, if we haven't found traction, boom, cut them out. The A's, on the other hand, I'm going to stay in the game with them for several years. I've had customers that I've had to really court. I've had to prospect for 2 and 3 years before they became a customer. But there are such big opportunities that they were worth it. Yeah. Now, here's the whole deal. If all I did was focus on those A's, I, as a salesperson, would starve to death. That's why I need some B's and some C's. So I'm still going to be sprinkling my time around. But time gets short. I focus on the A's. But I use the B's to help deliver my number short term, be able to get stuff happening. And I use my C's because, sometimes I just got time and I need to try to close a sale right now to make a number. A, B, C. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. What is this about? It's about helping you figure out what your process is. I've got a number of courses out on the Sales Hunter University. I want you to check them out because they're designed to help you. I want you to call me. I want you to reach out to me because I help companies. And hey, if you've got a sales meeting coming up, reach out. I want to be able to share with you as your sales kickoff speaker because that's a big piece of what I do. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Great selling.